Perfect Room 2 by Denise Audio is an ultra-transparent, state-of-the-art reverb that adds clean ambience and space to your sounds without introducing artifacts or coloration. Its flexible dynamic room response engine delivers pristine reverb perfectly suited for sensitive tasks that require absolute clarity, transparency, and fidelity to the source. In this video, I give you an overview of what makes Perfect Room 2 special and show you some creative examples how to use it. Set the length of the reverb with the big knob in the center. You can reverse the reverb tail, which makes great for effects. The reverb can also be synchronized to the song tempo. Pre-delay sets the time it takes the reverb to kick in after a sound enters the reverb circuit. It can help preserve clarity and transience. Attack controls the time it takes the reverb to fade in. Both pre-delay and attack can be synced to the song tempo as well. Change the tonal character of the reverb with frequency profile. Turn it down to attenuate the high frequencies and boost the low end for a warmer, fuller sound. Or turn Freak Profile up for a lighter, colder signature with less bass and more treble. Decay Profile shapes the decay curve. Turn it up for a decay that slowly starts fading out, then rapidly falls off towards the end. At maximum setting, this results in a steep curve that almost resembles a gated reverb. Or turn the decay profile down for a curve that falls off quickly and fades out slower towards the end. This is helpful to make the reverb more snappy. Adjust the width of the reverb from mono to stereo with the width control. Pitch Mod introduces pitch modulation for lush, chorusing reverb tails. Halo extends the decay of the high or low frequencies for a lingering spectral effect. If you turn it up, the reverberation of the high frequencies is extended compared to the global setting. Turn the control down to achieve the same effect for the low frequencies instead. Docker is a sidechain compressor that temporarily turns down the reverb tail when a signal enters the reverb circuit. This ensures the reverb does not mask the dry signal and the original sound stays transparent and cuts through the mix. Release sets how quickly the compression decreases again after the incoming signal falls below the threshold. The 5-band EQ lets you shape the sound of the reverb engine. Cut the bass and treble with the low-pass and high-pass filters. Boost or attenuate the low end or high end with the 2 shelf filters, and refine your sound with the bell filter. All 5 filters have freely adjustable frequency and Q. At the bottom is the mix slider, which you can lock across presets, the mute button, and the output volume. Manage your presets and activate the tooltips on the top right. By default, Perfect Room 2 runs at 0 latency. Echo Mode adds some latency to lower the CPU load. Now let's take a look at some of the cool things you can do with Perfect Room 2. For a bouncy bass line, play quarter notes, reverse the reverb, and sync it to 1/8. Dial in a very short pre-delay, attack and length, and thin out the reverb with the frequency profile and the high-pass filter. Now turn down decay for a snappy decay curve, and you have a single reflection that resembles a slapback delay. Great for guitars or vocals.
She a wallflower and I like that. The fight back, you grow in different ways. I'm amazed by your grace.
Another great technique you should try with vocals is to reverse the reverb, sync the length, and shorten the decay a bit.
Catch me on the down slide. I'll be heading up in the wild, chillin' low key.
Ducker is a helpful tool to avoid masking sounds with long reverb tails. In this example, the sound quickly becomes muddy and opaque due to the overlaying and piling up of reverb. If I activate Ducker by turning the control up, the sidechain compressor dampens the reverb when the sound comes in. Now the transients are more audible and the sound is more transparent. Ducker can also be used for creative effects. To quickly make a techno rumble bassline, run your kick drum into Perfect Room 2. Turn down the output volume to avoid clipping. Now sync the length to one note. Turn the frequency profile down a bit to boost the bass. Turn decay for a steeper decay curve. Turn down the low pass filter and slightly duck the reverb to separate the bass from the kick. Now blend the rumble with your kick to taste. And finally, turn decay all the way up and dial in a short or sync length for gated reverbs, which work well on drums and percussion. Try automating the reverb length to bring your rhythm to life.